Mahabir Colliery, an underground coal mine situated in Raniganj area of Eastern Coalfields Limited, is one of the oldest mine from where coal extraction was started. November 13, 1989. The time was 4 a.m. of night shift. A shriek in the mine sent down shivers to all the people working. Get out of the mine! 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 The mine is getting flooded by water. What do we do now? 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 Worried everybody in the mine, which was but natural. If we look at the history of inundation, we will find that the inundation has caused maximum fatalities among coal mines of India if compared to a single accident causing fatalities. In 1912, in Fullerton mine, inundation was the cause of 21 miners. Miraculously, though, a couple who had gone to visit the mine on that fatal day came out alive after a gap of 8 days. Air cushion was probably the cause of their survival. Another example of God's wonder was noticed in one Buradhemu mine in 1976. Although 28 lives were lost in inundation, 11 miners walked out safely through the incline after 19 days. Sounds unbelievable. To keep oneself alive inside the darkness of mine without anything to eat or see for altogether 19 days is truly a miracle. Except these two incidents, there were almost no survivals. In case of an inundation, the business of coal mining, especially underground, is full of hazards and uncertainties. There are many dangerous situations when the danger is always lurking on one's head. The ongoing battle between the human courage and the nature makes this profession more challenging. If we go down the history, we will find that unorganized, unplanned, unproved, and up to some extent, inhuman mining operations have been mainly responsible for the disasters like inundation. There are many underground coal mining areas where there is a large reservoir of water nearby to the mining and which has not been surveyed in detail in the past, where there is a possibility of water filled up in the coal seam just above the working seam. With the passage of time, the danger of such accidents is increasing as coal mining is the backbone of thermal power station. The ever-increasing energy demand has put coal mining into a lot of pressure, with targets increasing every year. The total number of lives that have been lost in inundation, including 29 lives in Bardighi mine, is a staggering 798. Let's come back to Mahabir Colliery now. At night shift on 13th November 1989, a total of 232 miners were engaged in their work. The work of coal mining in the Narayankari seam was in full swing. All the miners were engaged in their respective work in the darkness of mine. The work of coal mining in the Narayankari seam was in full swing. Suddenly, a loud shriek just after blasting of 4 a.m. was over, had everybody on their toes.
Khabardar, 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 khabardar.
Beware, beware, beware. The mines gallery has joined with the water logging working. The amount of water can be colossal. Try to save yourself. Get out of the mine as early as you can. We are in a great danger. There were another seam Ninga, 22 meters above Narayankuri seam, had been stopped long before. There were 2 shafts, A and B. To reach the working place, there was another approach through shaft pit number 34, but it was abandoned. Ninga seam was fully waterlogged due to continuous seepage of water long before. All the mine plans were showing the extent of that pit from surface to the upper seam, that is Ninga seam. But actually, that shaft was extended till Narayankuri seam. During the workings of Narayankuri seam, one of the galleries joined with pit number 34, which was joined to waterlogged Ninga seam. The mistake or blunder in the mine plans was the main reason behind this mine disaster. The water from Ninga seam started pouring into the presently working Narayankuri seam at a venomous speed continuously for 45 minutes. The only 2 ways to come out of the mine were shaft A and B. Within a few minutes, both the shafts were fully waterlogged and therefore useless for operation. Now, there was no way left for miners to come out of the mine. 161 miners who were nearby were fortunate enough to come out of the mine before waterlogged of shafts. But there were many others who not as fortunate as their colleagues, and their exact number was 71. For them, there was no escape route left.